When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go on, go on, go on. Go on, so go on, go on, go on. Go on. When you're running out of luck, you get unstuck, so go on. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go on.
There we go. There we go.
What is up, Calvary Overland? Man, it is good to be back with another live. My name is Jonathan. I run the social media, and with us we have some pretty awesome people. If y'all guys want to go ahead and check in.
Oh,
Start with-
that's us?
Yeah, you got.
awesome
We're just
people.
regular. Y'all are
Really
awesome.
people. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Awesome adventure seekers. That's what we
Let's
are.
go. Come
That's
on.
right.
I'm Ryan, and this is my wife, Libby, and we're with CB Adventure Supply.
Man, they say that so casual, like it's not even a
Right.
thing, dude.
Not even a big deal.
It's
Yeah, it is. It is a massive deal. You guys are freaking champs in the overlanding community in the DFW Metroplex, man. We're super excited to have you guys on.
Well, thanks.
Cool.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one for sure.
For sure. Like I said, I'm Jonathan. With us, we got Brandon and Jacob and Shannon on the call. See people are already tuning in. Clint, Kenneth, and Paul is here. Paul, super glad that you are up in the comments, man. Well, man, first thing what we're gonna do is how we start off every call, every live. That is with a round of what's in your glass. We'll go ahead and kick it to Brandon real quick. What's in your glass, big dog?
Rocking some water. I got to go run groceries and do some stuff tonight, so I'm not starting yet. But just some water right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you guys over at CBA?
Well, I've got some Dos Equis here that Jacob ran and grabbed while we finished up a roof rack.
Okay. All right.
I have premium water.
Premium water.
High quality.
H2O.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Brandon, you got to get on that game of premium water.
I know. I'm just doing great value water right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
it's,
you guys-
it's a tough one to follow up on.
Yeah, for sure.
Shannon, what you got over there, man?
You know, I've got Texas Finest. I've got a little Whataburger cup with some Coke Zero in it because I'm fancy.
With Coke Zero.
Yep. And I joined Ryan on the Dos Equis train tonight, so
Can't go wrong with that.
we're gonna keep it pretty low key over here.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I am the alcoholic of the group, I feel like. And I'm running Balcones Lineage for the second
Solid
call
choice.
in a row, man. So rocking it. Paul has already commented in the chat showing that he's got the Athletic Brewing Hazy IPA. Man, if you guys are in here and y'all are sipping on a little drink, go ahead and shoot that in the comments of what you guys got. Well, outside of that, man, for those of you who tuned in so far, this is our second YouTube live. We really wanted, like we mentioned before, to just press our presence here on YouTube and kind of transition from the confusion that can be Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and just kind of have everything in one general place. So definitely we're super pumped that you guys are tuning in with us. And like I said, man, going to the next one, we have CB Adventure Supply on the call. For those who don't know, our next event, the March Rally, is going to be at CB Adventures location. They're gracious enough to host us at their new spot. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just ask them a few questions. If you guys have any questions for them, again, drop those in the comments and we'll address them accordingly. So,
Hey, before we dive into that real quick, if you guys haven't come out to the showroom yet, this is my first time out here, and it is legit.
Yeah.
it looks
thing
like an
is-
adult playground, dude.
Hey,
I'm
if you're
like-
gonna do it. You got to do it right. You know?
Y'all are definitely doing it right. I think I asked Libby earlier what rent would cost me to live in that tent right back in the corner over here.
I'll just put you to work.
Hey, deal.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do
switch
you
my-
know about four-wheel campers? We can utilize
Yeah.
something.
we're gonna learn tonight. So
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna get on.
I need you guys to know that it needs to be an unpaid internship position for Jacob. Okay.
Oh,
He gets to
I'm-
sleep in the swag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
That's right.
it's more of a barter situation
That's-
than an internship.
That's right. That's good, man. Well,
I'm a few years past the internship stage, but I will happily go back if I get to hang out here. So
Well,
Maybe-
I mean,
maybe
that's over
physically-
there, I think you could probably put some Velcro around your rifles and they'd stick right to the roof. I mean,
see,
you know,
oh man, this is what do we got to do to make that happen? What do we got to do to make that happen?
all we need is some Velcro and some rifles, buddy. I mean,
Come on, let's go.
in a completed application.
yeah.
Yeah. I got to move closer. This is
Yeah.
this is a nice little haul out. But yeah, March 11th is our rally out here at CB Adventure Supply. We are super stoked to be bringing the community to the showroom.
Mhm.
The storefront is absolutely incredible. Y'all are such a stellar like foundation in the Overland community. So quick story. This is a story for everybody tuning in here. When we made the transition at the end of 2021, so like our first like actual sponsorship,
Yeah.
2022, we had our little Facebook page, our group, and we were like, hey, what are some companies do y'all think we should partner with? And it was overwhelmingly CB Adventure Supply.
That's cool.
Overwhelming. And so it's super interesting for me. It was actually a little difficult for me because I'm like, man, how am I going to go to these people who are already like super well known and be like, hey, how can we partner together? And y'all were so awesome. Y'all were very humble, very graceful with how I stumbled through that conversation. But so excited to have y'all on last year and going into this year. And I would really like to take a moment and just let the community know who is behind CB Adventure Supply. So everybody knows Ryan and Libby. Everybody knows Ryan and Libby. But maybe not, they don't know everything about Ryan and Libby, right? So, I just kind of start off, we want to pull the layers back, let the community know you a little bit more. How did y'all meet?
Mutual friends?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
met through mutual friends.
When did y'all meet?
Now you've
I
got
don't
way
know.
too deep. Well, you know all the dates. How do you not know?
'Cause you just randomly appeared.
Yeah. I was like a shining star in the night. Yeah.
On the white horse?
No.
He was an Amazon package. Just
Right?
Just showed up on her door one day. Wrong address, but she took it anyways. No, we went through some mutual friends. I would say probably 2013, 2014. We
maybe?
met.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got married in 2017.
Good
Yeah.
job. Good
Look at
job.
that.
Hey,
brownie
brownie points, my
points.
man.
Nailed it. So yeah, we met and got married. So we were presented with a crazy opportunity, and here we
Here
all
we are.
sit.
Before we get to that crazy opportunity, which I'm pretty stoked about that actually coming to fruition, like were y'all campers? Like what was your adventure style beforehand?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
Oh yeah.
So I grew up outdoors, right? I was born in Alaska. We lived in Colorado, Oregon. So I grew up outdoors, right? That was just kind of like a little bit of who I was. Or it's still who I am, right? Well, I don't think
No,
you
I
had ever-
can't. I camped once.
It wasn't camping.
Yeah, I camped in a tent at Big Sur
Okay.
when I was like 15.
That's a pretty epic place to
Yeah.
camp.
I don't remember much of it, but yeah.
So I randomly was like, hey, I was on my way home from work one day. It was a Friday. It was the Friday before Labor Day. She thinks I was crazy. And I'm driving home and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to just sit around the house this weekend. It's like, let's go to Colorado. So I called her up. Like I didn't even wait till I got home. I called her up and said, hey, we're going to Colorado. Pack a bag. We're going to camp while we're there. So I came home. I had a Jeep at the time. We threw in one of my backpacking tents and some other bits and grabbed our, All Trails Colorado handbook thing and just beasted it up. We I've been to like the southwestern corner of Colorado where everybody kind of tends to gravitate. And I was like, I don't want to go that way. So, cause it's Labor Day weekend, it's going to be a madhouse. So we went into this little town called West Cliff, Colorado. It took us, we stopped in Amarillo, crashed there for the night, and then got up and drove in. And there's a small little, it's not a through pass, but it's called Hermit Pass. So it's near Medno Pass, which a lot of people know. And so we drove up there, started pouring down rain as we're on our way up the mountain. Sat in the car, ate dinner, played cards, set up the tent, crashed. It rained all night. Woke up the next morning, still raining. I was like, what is going on? This is not working. Yeah. So it's like, all right, we start, adapt and overcome. And we head down the mountain, and I look at the forecast once I get cell service, and it's just like rain through the whole weekend. It's like, well, this just is a bust. So we hit the highway, and we're just like, we'll just head home. Right. It's a bust. It happens. And as we're driving south, the clouds start to pull apart, and I can see the sun and pull out the all trails. And I'm looking, and there's Medno Pass. And I was like, I wonder where that goes. And I could see the sun like that way.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. So we left the highway and went the opposite direction. Most people go west to east. We went east to west, and it dumped us into great sand dunes. And we just, it was a fun experience. And then so little funny side story to that is that while we were driving through Medno Pass, I passed a 4Runner pulling a turtleback trailer. Never seen anything like that before in my life. Overlanding was not like in my vocabulary at that point. And I had her write it down because I saw the name on the side of the trailer. So I had her write it down, and when we got back to the house after our little escapade, I started, Google searching, turtleback trailers, and all this other stuff led me to, Expedition Portal, Overland Bound, a lot of the places back in 2016, 2017, that was like where the community was kind of gathering and going from there. And so I read up on how to build your own trailer. So I bought a trailer like 2 weeks later, and then start building it out. Bought a Tepui, was our first rooftop tent. Built a rack and a power system and all this on this old military trailer. And we used that for
Snowmaster from CB Adventure Supply.
Yeah, we bought a Snowmaster from CB Adventure Supply before we were the owners.
That's awesome.
And then, that was kind of like our intro, like, getting her outdoors and me kind of converting, because I'd traditionally done backpacking. So all my gear was super compact, lightweight.
Yeah.
It was, it wasn't really set up for vehicular style travel,
Yeah.
which is obviously kind of what we specialize in now. But
I picked up a little hint as you were explaining that Ryan has no problem pulling the trigger. Like,
Nope.
hey, I like it, I'm going to get it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the trailer when you were past it? Like, what was kind of like the first initial thoughts? Like,
I was just dumbfounded as to what it was. I had no clue. Like, it just looked like a really cool off-road trailer is all I saw.
yeah,
But once you really started like reading about it and like digging into what it was capable of, I was like, dude, this is wicked.
yeah,
I was like, I got to figure out, I'm capable of all this, I can do this. So, then it was like, just reading about other people who'd done it. I mean, none of the things I did to the trailer were my own design. It was more or less a conglomerate of other trailers I'd seen people build on the forums,
right.
and like was like, "Ooh, I really like that feature," and make a note, and then go buy the stuff to do that.
Yeah.
So
Did
we
you still
had
have that trailer, or did you?
No, actually, we
No.
sold it not long after
Oh.
we took the business.
Gotcha.
Well, we got the turtle back.
Well, we bought a turtleback.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got there eventually.
there.
You got
It just took us a little while. So yeah, it was a fun little piece of how we kind of got started in vehicular based travel.
Super interesting. I think that's a great segue into the CB Adventure Supply journey, because you mentioned that you went and bought something from CB Adventure Supply. So
Yeah.
can you tell us like how'd that transition, like what that looked like?
So we'd purchased several things from the previous owner. And then I think it was January 1st, 2019. We were sitting on the couch. Both saw him post up on Facebook that he was selling the business. And so we just kind of look at each other. And we're like, well, let's just talk to him.
Well, and we talked about doing
something
something
like
like
this.
this before. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I
it
mean,
went fast.
yeah, he at that point, it was a website. it was the brand he had built in the local Overland community.
Yeah.
And seeing the potential, right? Knowing that, I have in previous employments, I've owned and operated different types of businesses for other people.
Right.
So it was just a matter of doing it for myself now, which is scary. It's a little different when you're writing your own checks versus somebody else's.
Well, I tell you what, I know I can speak for myself, and especially everybody on behalf of Calvary and probably the community. We're glad you guys took the plunge.
Well, and that's one of the things we really wanted to do. So he was pretty much, he had the aspirations to do a store at some point.
Yeah.
But, that was what I knew how hard it was for me when I was building out our trailer, that I was like, does this fit where I think it's going to fit? Or,
right.
how does these measurements, is this rooftop tent going to sleep all of us?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you can get those products where people can touch them, feel them, they can see the quality difference between different brands,
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we kind of really make a staple of the store, is that we're not going to sell you anything that we won't use ourselves. Right. So, there's the numbers probably changed, but at some point in 2022, there was like 97 different rooftop tent companies in the US. Right. That's a lot. And that can be very overwhelming for somebody who's shopping online. And I'm not saying that the brands that we carry are the only good quality brands out there, but we strategically partnered with companies that not only make a great product, but they stand behind their product.
Yeah.
Because that after purchase support sometimes is a shortcoming that a really great company cannot follow through with making sure they take care of their customer. And that's whether it's us or the manufacturer, we're going to make sure that happens for you. So it's just those little pieces that, shopping with a local business gives you, is that, if something's not working how you thought it would, or it's not working the way it's designed to, we have the ability to help you through that process.
Yeah.
And I will say one thing, that Ryan and Libby are super, super intentional with their customers. Like last year, I bought a Garmin InReach Mini 2, like I want to say early last year. And around the end of the year, I get a postcard saying, hey, we really hope you enjoyed your Garmin InReach 2. Thank you for, supporting CB, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I can only imagine the amount of people that you have buying from you guys a year, and you guys still take the time to make sure that those get sent out, whether it's an automated thing or whether it's a handwritten thing. Like
she actually handwrites.
I handwrite them all.
Yeah. Like what I was saying, like whether it is an automated thing or the handwritten thing, like you guys are sending those out to each customer and going back through your logs, and that's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Like 6 to 8 months behind, so.
Oh, okay.
Sorry if you haven't gotten one yet.
but it comes off like, oh, they remember me from 6 months ago.
If I don't have your address, sorry.
That's probably true.
So yeah, I actually got to witness the customer service live here. So you guys were working on a 30-foot tall Sprinter fan.
It seemed 30 foot tall.
That thing was massive.
It was a beast.
It was massive. And so they were grinding it out. I hit Ryan up a little bit earlier and was like, hey, we're gonna come out a little bit earlier. We're going to try and shoot some content and things like that. He's like, hey, look, man, I am trying to get this rack done for this customer. And the customer pulls up, and then it's just really cool to watch you in your environment, where it's not, the cameras aren't going or anything like that. Y'all are just doing you. And it's such a community impact. Like, I saw you climb to the top of that 30-foot Sprinter van with no harness.
No harness.
No fall protection. OSHA, don't listen.
Yeah, OSHA approved.
But I think it's just a testament to just even past business operations, the heart y'all have for the community and the people, every person that walks through the door.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
I mean, we work very hard to make sure that not only do they appreciate what they've purchased, but they also understand its full functionalities.
Yeah.
And that's even, especially during 2020, there was a few times where we kind of had to like tell customers, advise them to kind of throttle back. It's like, look, how much camping have you actually done? They're in here buying a rooftop tent, right? And it's like, well, I haven't. It's like, I want to sell you a tent, don't get me wrong, but why don't you go get a cheap tent and go out and use that first? Let's make sure you enjoy the mosquitoes and, you know, all the things that are a part of camping that can be trying for some.
Sure.
You know, let's make sure that that's something you enjoy doing before we go and invest, you know, a ton of money in a roof rack and a tent and all this other stuff. That's really awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. You know, we can usually feel the vibe pretty quick once we start talking to them. So we just want to make sure that, you know, not only is it good quality gear, but it's something you actually need.
Yeah.
You know, that I have the needs and wants conversation quite a bit.
Which is, as an iterative buyer, so I'm like that. I'm like, let me test run this to see if it's something I even like before I drop 7 G's on something. And so yeah, to have that option, and again, like y'all, you're gonna see it hopefully on March 11th when we have the rally. The showroom is absolutely amazing. One of the things I love, and it's something that we try to do at our events, is give folks the opportunity, if they're like trying to see a certain tent, if they see it out there, then they can actually touch it, feel it, climb up in it. And so, which up in McKinney area, the Collin County area, we didn't traditionally have that, right? And so coming here, you'll have everything. I mean, I think I may have opened some stuff of y'all. It is so cool. I think Shannon, would you tell me because Shannon got here a little bit before I did, and he was outside, and I'm like, why is he outside? I didn't realize he was trying to discipline himself from spending money.
My wife is watching right now, so let's not like talk about spending money, but yeah, I want one of everything in the store for sure.
And we have a few customers that have made the comment when they come in. It's like, yeah, my wife made me leave my wallet at home.
Yeah.
But I found a workaround. It's like, do you have Apple Pay?
That's why God
Apple
invented
Pay.
Apple
You have
Pay.
your phone, right?
Customer service.
She's not going to take that from you.
Customer service.
We'll figure out a way.
Yep. There's always a way.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, before we get into like the rally and kind of, you know, what are the hot new things that are coming to CB Adventure Supply? What is y'all's favorite place to go overlanding? Is like one favorite, top 2?
I mean, for me, it's
New
probably
Mexico.
New Mexico. Yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah. The Gila and even like northern, what is that, Carson, up near the Colorado border. I mean,
Yeah.
you get a lot of the Colorado elements. You know, the Rockies pretty much actually dip into northern New Mexico.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say, you know, we've done a lot of adventuring there. I mean, we haven't really spent much time in Arizona or Utah. I'd love to go to Idaho.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of our
What?
bucket list stuff.
Yeah.
So
Don't tell Jonathan that.
Yeah.
He's already got a big head.
I mean, I've been up into like the Coeur d'Alene, Spokane area, and it's
Let's
really
go.
rad up there. I can't imagine traveling like overlanding up there. I think it would be wicked cool.
Oh yeah. Look at look how big Brandon's
and
smile
Jonathan are
is.
smiling ear to ear.
Dude, that is my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
He's lying. Idaho sucks.
Don't come here. Stay away.
No, that is awesome. So man, rally at
Yeah.
CB Adventure Supply.
Yeah.
I mean, we are stoked. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
excited. We've got a lot to show people.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got the storefront, but then you've got the shop side of the installs that are happening right next door.
So yeah, so to touch on that, so for most people that don't see more than the store, we actually have a total of 13,000 square feet of space. So that's the retail, that's the installation, and then we have a 5,000
5,000, yeah.
square feet of warehouse that's in another building down our little strip that we're in.
It is all incredible. I think you had 5 vehicles in the install bay when we
Yeah.
pulled up here. just the amount of space.
Well, the
Yeah.
Sprinter equals 2 by
That's
itself.
yeah.
So I think it was massive. It was really cool. That's honestly that's the first Sprinter roof rack we've ever done. We've done some power systems in them, but we haven't done a roof rack. I mean, that was a small feat. We almost need a jib crane to get that thing up there.
I mean, I was like, I'm glad your ceilings are that tall because I have no clue. Like, if you roll into just a standard kind of pull up, there's no way.
Well, that's what he bought it thinking he could put it on himself. And then once he got it, he realized that, I mean, it just wasn't going to happen.
So in the comments, we have some safety managers that are concerned about what you're saying. Just so you're
is
aware.
one of them named Clint?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, if Clint's on there, then.
I didn't see that name, and not
Okay.
to say that Clint's not on there.
Is it Clint Rudd?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint
Yeah.
Rudd was up there.
Yeah.
in the
He's
beginning.
he's one of our installers, actually. He was the one
He was
sitting on
up
top of
Oh,
the roof rack. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, now we're
That's a
getting him
safety
in
console.
trouble.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
He had his
Trouble.
fall arrest and safety protection. Regardless of what he says in the comments, he was wearing the proper PPE.
That's hilarious. Well, we've got the rally coming out. I mean, y'all have got a new partnership too.
We do. We
Yeah.
do.
Can we
Yeah. We can
Talk a little bit about
we can
that?
Talk a little bit about that.
awesome? So, who are we working with?
So we're working with 4-Wheel Campers. We're the regional Texas dealer. So we pretty much have all of Texas and any surrounding states that are willing to travel to us. And for those who aren't familiar with the 4-Wheel Camper, it's a slide-in truck camper that is really lightweight. It has a retractable roof. So for folks that are looking for some more of the creature comforts, it fits that, and then they've got kind of mild to wild too. So they have what they call their shell models, which are kind of just an empty camper that you can then build out yourself. They also have different floor plans. They have different models for different trucks. And then they have some really cool flatbed options, which are kind of starting to gain popularity here in the US, the Aussie style tray and canopy thing. So yeah, we're really excited about 4-Wheel Campers. They've been around for 40 years, I think
so,
maybe
yeah.
a little longer. So they're no spring chicken. They've just really been primarily West Coast based. So if you've ever traveled along the California, Oregon, Washington area, you've probably seen their campers at some point. They're actually manufactured and based in just outside of Sacramento, California.
Oh, very cool.
So it's a really cool product, and it kind of fills a need that our customers have that we don't have a solution for. So we're constantly looking for those, what can we do to help improve their experience as they kind of move down the path. I mean, we had rooftop tents for a long time. We picked up swags for people who either were looking for a budget friendly starter, or we've seen some folks go kind of, I'm done with the rooftop tent thing. I'm ready to go
Upgrade.
something a little, well, it's not, I see it as an upgrade, but not everybody does, right? It's going back to the ground, but it's a little bit more compact
Gotcha.
from a footprint standpoint.
Yeah.
So it allows you to drive away and leave your tent, things like that. But the 4-Wheel Camper really is more of a interior livable space. You can get them with kitchen in them. They have fridges. It's all built into the unit. And the nice thing is that it does remove from the truck fairly easily. So it's got camper jacks similar. The people on the live can't see it, but there's a Mitts alloy canopy hovering above the ground over here. And it's got camper jacks on all 4 corners. So it's got 4 turnbuckles. You undo the turnbuckles, crank it up, and you drive your truck out from underneath it. So if you have space at home to park it on the side of the house or in a shed, you don't have to have your camper on your truck all the time.
That is legit.
And they have some really cool power solutions, solar, lithium. You really can kind of get it all. And that's on March 11th when we have the 4-Wheel Camper Calvary Overland Rally release party that we got going on. We're going to try and fit all 5 campers in here.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see how that
We'll
goes.
see how that goes.
According to SketchUp, I can fit 4. the fifth one's kind of a wild card. We're gonna
Go
see.
right here.
It might be hanging above
Yeah.
our head. She
I mean,
won't
we
like
got-
it.
No
Got
safety
enough room.
managers needed for that.
No. We'll just put Clint in his harness and we'll let him
Perfect.
hoist the camper up into the sky now. So the fifth one may be the flat tray model. We might just throw it on the Ram or something like that. But
Yeah.
we'll have kind of a little bit of everything, different floor plans, different styles. So they also have what's called a Project M. Same upper half, but instead of a sliding camper, it sets down on your bed rails and you bolt it down. So again, for somebody who maybe doesn't need a camper on full time, or they want to maintain that full tailgate, because with
Yeah.
the Project M, the tailgate stays on, the back hatch folds up and allows you can still slide lumber in the back. You can use your truck
interesting.
as a
Yeah.
truck, right? You don't lose some of that truck functionality. So we'll have one of those. Actually, the bed we took off our Ram that we put the Mitts alloy on, that bed, we're having a cart. We're welding up a frame to put that bed on there, and then we're going to mount the Project M, kind of like the Gladiator here behind us.
Yeah.
So that way you can be able to step inside of it and kind of get a feel for what it actually feels like on a truck. Because that's a big piece of this.
Yeah.
Just having the camper sitting here doesn't help you understand what the feeling is when you're standing in a truck bed with it on there. So,
Right.
which is why we did the Gladiator bed that we got behind us.
Which is just again another little salt on the steak there,
Yeah.
a little extra
Yeah.
for the community. That's really cool. That is
Yeah.
really cool.
So we're really excited about having four-wheel campers here. We think it's going to be a really good endeavor for both them and for us. And it ultimately, the community benefits from that, because not only do you have a delivery point where we can install it for you, but we'll have campers here that you can touch and feel and crawl inside and figure out, do I want a front dinette, or do I want a side dinette, or
Right.
even a rollover couch? I mean, there's just so many options, and not only just the floor plans, but the color, the fabric. I mean, you really can kind of customize the interior space to what Jacob liked,
Hey,
right?
Yeah.
well,
No, that's awesome, man. The one question that I did have for you though is, if you don't keep your camper on 24/7, how do other people know that you camp?
It's a good question. That's when you get a
Stickers.
CB Adventure Supply sticker and you put it in your back
There you
window.
go.
Shameless plug, CB Adventure Supply stickers.
Yeah, yeah. They're free when you come in the store.
boom.
Oh, heck yeah.
You're gonna sell out of those, hopefully.
Probably.
Yeah, here we're
Yeah.
gonna.
Well, and
handle
we're
these
working
as
on some
hot
new
cake.
designs too for the stickers. So we should hopefully have some new stickers and
Patches.
new shirts and patches.
Ooh.
I don't know that we'll have them by March 11th, but we're hoping to have those here by late spring, I think. Or what's the timeline? You're the one
Challenge-
on that project, not me.
I'll follow up.
Hashtag designated adult in charge. Have you guys ever seen her business card?
No,
Yeah.
It
It says
says-
designated adult in charge.
Oh,
that's
nice.
her title.
come on. I'm gonna add that to the notes in my phone under Libby.
Designated adult in charge.
I'm gonna throw the hashtag.
I
in
mean,
there,
when
too.
you own your own business, you gotta have
You-
fun.
you gotta
right?
have
You
fun.
can't, you can't
It's
just be
legit,
like
serious.
Libby manager. That's lame.
Yeah, I'm gonna add designated child on my business card.
There you go.
I second that motion. No, that is awesome. So for those who don't know about the 4-wheel campers, do they fit on full size trucks?
If it has four
Big
wheels
size.
and a truck bed, odds are there's a model that'll fit it.
Yeah, and that's awesome that you guys are partnering with them, because I know you guys have always kind of, or for a while now, have partnered with AluCab, right?
Mm-hmm.
And AluCab, from what I understand, I might be wrong, but they don't offer products for all kinds of makes and models, right? Like
They
they don't
have
have
been
anything for an
limited,
F-150,
yeah.
for instance.
They do now. So on
Oh,
the
they do?
full size truck market, they've slowly been working through those. It's just when you're looking at a product that bolts to the bed rails, there are subtle variations that create challenges that wouldn't normally be there in
Yeah.
a slide-in truck camper. So AluCab is a good fit for some. 4-wheel campers, I think, kind of hits everybody.
Right.
So it'll be a good combination of having either or.
And so I know 4-wheel campers has you said a mile to wild
Yeah.
scale.
Mhm.
Is there kind of like, I guess, what would be a midpoint on that scale?
Point. I mean, it really
Yeah.
just depends on the truck you have. Too.
Okay.
So I mean, they have everything from like short bed Tacoma all the way up to 8 foot F-250 or F-350 long
man.
bed. Yeah. So, I mean, they really do. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of without seeing them,
Right.
it's kind of tough, but that's why we're bringing them here to the showroom so people can look at them. But, you know, you can get like kind of a shell, which is a bed and, you know, maybe just an open camper, and you want to build it out yourself as you figure out what you want to do. Or you already know, I want my dinette there and I want my kitchen there.
Legit.
You know, they have those floor plans available already. You know, if you're ready to roll, you can go ahead and just have the camper built the way you want it. So
Yeah.
it really is kind of a modular, and Alucab is too. Alucab's very modular.
Right.
You know, the nice thing about Alucab is that you can kind of start with the base and then add to it as you grow or change your setup. Full campers is a little different in that aspect, that when I order a fully built camper, it comes already configured for
Okay.
me, right? So it's not as easy to modify down the road, where the Alucab, you know, if I want to add a water tank right here, I can do that, or a table on the back door, you know.
Yeah, that's super cool. Super cool. Well, we're looking forward to definitely seeing all 5 of these things in this space.
Yeah.
Me too.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Stand by to get some for sure.
Tetris level master.
Hey, oh, I've got no doubt this is doable. That thing's on casters.
Yeah,
Yep.
well,
that's-
I mean, this was sitting over there, and that mezzanine everybody sees behind us, that's all brand new. So we added that to our 6-month-old showroom to add in these campers, because we need to get some of the product off the floor here. So
Yeah.
we added a level. So for folks who haven't been here in a few
A few
weeks,
2 weeks.
They're like, what is that back there?
we now have a mezzanine back there that allows us to kind of move stuff up top.
And you can go up there and shop.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can. And you can actually look down on the store, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I stood up there and just looked over the edge like I was on the Titanic for a little while. May have opened my arms. I may have opened
Don't
my
let
arms.
go, Jack.
You'll have cameras in here, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
do.
walk-
We
can
have
you walk
cameras all
in?
over the place.
Dang it.
We'll have
Can
to
you
get
walk
the
into the
footage.
Gladiator camper from up there?
I mean, anything's possible.
With a safety harness.
with the safety harness.
OSHA approved this time, but that's
Yeah,
awesome.
now you can see the roof of the tent that's on that camper actually really well, because Alucab just recently changed some of the design features, and one of the things they did is they went to a thinner material on the roof, and they did a roller forming to give it strength. So where they used to traditionally use a thicker diamond plate for the roof panels, they were able to go to a thinner material to save some weight and roller form it. So if you actually go up there and look down on the tent, you can see all the roller forming in the roof that kind of gives it
Interesting.
it's
That's
a-
really cool.
its appeal.
That is legit. Man, you've got everything, legit everything in the showroom.
And we try to check all the boxes, right? We got kitchen stuff, we got storage, which is a big thing,
Yeah.
right? We've got blankets, you know, your radios, electronics, a lot of Red Arc products. You know, it's really kind of, as people kind of progress through their project or their build of their vehicle, you know, lighting, you know, switch controlling, recovery gear, you know, and where we can, we try and really kind of focus towards American made products. So, you know, Perfect Bungee, Factor 55, Treaty
Yeah.
Oak Off-Road, you know, and even 23-0 is starting to shift some of their stuff to made here in the US. So,
Awesome.
you know, we where we can, we focus with companies that are making their products here.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, for those who haven't come out before, when y'all show up here March 11th, bring your pocketbook or don't if you want. I mean, you decide, but I tell you what, Ryan and Libby have everything. Legitimately, you got propane. You got your 11-pound propane tanks over there. You got
Yep.
the garments. I mean, it's incredible. This place looks awesome, y'all.
Yeah, I think short of being a dealership, you just bring any vehicle in, you can get set up to go out that weekend.
Yeah.
From your
For the most
shop.
part.
So that's really cool. And
And
I
we
think
actually have-
the 4-wheel camper reps are going to be at the rally, right? They'll have
They
their
will.
own booth. And
Yeah, the Stan and Robert, I believe, are the two that are coming. So Stan's been with 4-wheel campers forever. You know, so I actually went to it's Woodland, California, is where they're based out of, just outside of Sacramento. I went there for
A little over a week. Yeah.
a little over a week to learn all the things about 4-wheel campers. You know,
Yeah.
that's where they're actually manufactured. So that I got to go out on the floor and see how the campers were built, They have a really massive showroom. Got to see their showroom, how they had it set up. Got to do some sales calls with some of their people, and actually got to install some campers as well. So, getting to see the whole process and what the company's about was really cool. I enjoyed that.
That is awesome. Yeah, and you get to bring that firsthand knowledge too, to the product and the install and everything like that. How many? I mean, this is probably a pretty common question. Like, how many folks are on the CB Adventure Supply team? Like, how many people do you have here on any given basis?
4.
4.
Yeah,
4,
the 2 of us, and we've got 2 installers.
Yeah. So Clint and Tyler are installers. They handle anything from suspension to roof racks and intricate power systems, and then all the AluCab products. And so I'll be, as we start installing our first campers, I'll be teaching them about that as well. But yeah, I mean, we're growing. We're hoping to add some extra bodies maybe this spring or the summer.
Maybe an
See.
internship.
Maybe.
I mean, if we're not paying you, you can start tomorrow.
Comes with the tent.
I'll be. What time does it start? I'll be in the tent. Yeah.
Yeah, we open at 9.
And y'all open on Saturdays.
We are
We
open
are.
on Saturday.
That's huge.
It is.
That is huge.
It's taxing, but it's
I was
huge.
going to say, Libby's like, yeah, to open on Saturdays.
Yep.
Which is really cool because y'all still find time to make it out to our events that are on Saturdays and invest in the community and connect with them, which is, again, I'm probably going to beat a dead horse here, but you guys are so involved with the community. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I mean, the community, we were a part of that,
Yeah.
right? So we know what that's like. And
Yeah.
so we want to make sure that where we can, we're helping folks, get inspired to go outside and do cool things, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that means for them, because it means something different for
everybody.
Yeah.
So any big, any other large plans that we can leak it all for 2023? Anything big?
How you
What you
looking
got
at
up
me?
your sleeve?
No,
No.
I mean, I think the 4-wheel campers is a big one.
Yeah.
We're also a MITS alloy dealer, Aussie tray and canopy style stuff. So those 2, I think, will consume a good chunk of our time this year, getting products on the ground and getting people, educated about them it's going to be a lot. So I think we'll be okay with that. I mean, we're not moving again. I can assure you.
No.
that. We're done with moving. That was way more work. Than
No
I
more
wanted.
grand openings.
No more grand openings.
No.
No, you wouldn't. Looking at this, you're not going to need another one.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens
next
when
week.
all 5 campers get in here.
Oh, that's fair.
You're gonna knock down some walls. Be like, I need
Yeah.
this.
So we actually looked at that when we built the mezzanine. I was talking with my buddy Justin from 230, and he's like, "Well, why don't you just rip out the offices and move your offices up tight?" And I was like, "That's a great idea." Until I got the quote to demo those offices, and I was like, "That's a horrible
That's a terrible
idea."
idea.
They got 4
Friday.
able bodies with us. We'll come over with some sledgehammers.
Sledgehammers. Yeah. Then I got to pay an electrician to come in and fix all the damaged wires
Uh-huh.
and all
Yeah.
that fun stuff. So yeah, I mean, we might get there eventually, but yeah, we were looking at other floor space we could capitalize on because I wanted to put everything up over the offices, but she didn't like that idea. So,
Hey,
sometimes they get shot down.
you shoot your shot. You miss
Yeah.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
That's where that designated adult in charge comes in.
Yeah, so we've got the rally, which we're really stoked. So it's going to be kind of an all day deal, right? So we'll do the rally during our normal time frame, which is a 9 to 1 p.m. kind of thing. We'll kick it off. We'll have breakfast like we normally do for folks. We're doing raffle items, which we've got some really cool ones. We'll decide on which ones we're gonna offer up to the folks. So we've got that going on. We're gonna have awesome rigs.
Yep.
You guys got a ram to the fleet, right?
Yeah. We're excited. I don't know that we'll have it done by March 11th, but
I am. Yeah.
we'll see. There's a lot to get done on that thing.
Yeah.
So our target date for that is to hopefully have it completely finished with everything that's got to go on it by More Expo.
Okay.
But you guys have a convoy thing going on.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
Expo, right?
Yeah, we'll be heading up. on Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
be heading up on Thursday, hanging out there.
Yeah, we leave Wednesday morning. we'll start setting up the booth. So we've got 2 booths at Moore. So I need to talk to Chris. I have a feeling we probably have maybe close to the biggest, because we've got 20 by
80.
for the CB Adventure Supply portion, and then we got another 20 by 40 for the 4-wheel campers piece.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're actually going to load up 2 of the campers here out of the showroom and put them on a trailer and haul them up there. So we've got
Oh, wow.
2 areas really close to each other. There's only 1 booth between us.
Yeah.
So we'll have almost a complete aisle, I think.
Yes.
In the East Hall, you can come find us. You shouldn't be able to
You
miss
won't
us.
miss them.
Yeah,
big
well-
section last year too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. So we'll have that whole section. Last year we had shared some of our booth space with Turtleback. They were kind of
that's
right
right.
there at the end. So we'll have that whole strip this year, and then skip over 1 booth, and then we've got another 20 by 40 that will have all the 4-wheel campers. So
Very nice.
and that's a really great event.
Yeah.
We get to see a lot of our customers from all over the Midwest area, including Texas. And,
Yeah.
it's really, we enjoy getting to talk with folks who've purchased products from us and find out how they're using them and how they're holding up for them.
Yeah. And y'all set up there. I mean, last year was, I mean, it was legit. It was
Yeah.
legit. I'm trying to figure out how y'all get all of that up there.
Tetris.
A big trailer. Yeah. Now we'll have 2 trailers this year. So yeah, it's going to be cool, but that's where we're kind of going to have the finished product of the Ram. So we've got some suspension and bumpers and all that fun stuff. We've got power package to put into the Myth alloy, and we'll probably put the IUCAB 3.1 on there, and they've got some new
3R.
awnings out. 3R, yeah, sorry, 3R, and IUCAB has some new awnings. They have a 180 and some short 270s now, so we'll probably throw one of those up there
Yeah.
just to show people what that looks like.
That is awesome. Yeah. So we will also be up there. I think we have a storytellers. I got to check with Chris as well.
Yeah,
So
you guys going to be out in the front area?
I think so. Yeah. So we'll be repping CB Adventure Supply out there in the front there, and tell them where to come find you inside for sure.
That's all good. And I think we've got a couple of customers who are going to be in that storyteller area.
Awesome.
Too. So it's always a good time, and it's very community based event, which is kind of what you guys are about. So I think you guys will really enjoy being up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool opportunity. Cool opportunity. On the community aspect, like what's well, I guess we'll back up just a quick sec. Like working with Calvary Overland, I mean, what made y'all take the risk on a Calvary Overland?
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
a
a
risk.
risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really just finding more ways to help the community grow and find information out, not just about us, but getting outside and what they want to do with that. And I'm a gearhead, so I'm very gear focused on it. But sometimes, and we get people in the store, they're just like, well, where do I go? When I got a rooftop tent, or I got a swag, or I got all this stuff, it's like, I want to go somewhere. Where do I go now? And and a lot of times I say, I could give you cool spots on a map, but finding those and getting to them is part of the journey. I was like, what you best to do is to go to Calvary events, Rigs and Coffee, and meet other people that do this and go on trips with them or go on trips with y'all.
Yeah.
Get out there and experience it. And once you kind of see what the process is like, it'll make it easier for you to do it on your own. Right.
Yeah.
Cause if I just give you the cookie, you don't appreciate it as much, and for customers that have been with us a while and they're kind of like, hey, I'm going in this area. If I've got something, I'll throw them a bone and be like, hey, yeah, I've camped here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times it's just helping them figure out. And so that's why sponsoring being a part of what you guys are doing was a no-brainer for us, because it helps kind of bring people together so they can meet new folks or have, the time to spend and talk with people that they have traveled with in the past. And maybe they just haven't had time. They've been busy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That is awesome. Now, as far as community, you have any like community goals for 2023? I mean, it's not like y'all don't have enough going on with new partnerships and storefronts and rocking it with 4 people. But any crazy community goals or anything like that?
No. I mean, we're still working on this, but we are actually working on a project with Make-A-Wish.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they're doing Jeep Gladiator canopy camper thing. So we're working with some of the other vendors trying to get all the pieces in place. We're mostly there.
Yeah.
We just got to kind of get a few more pieces to the puzzle in place. But yeah, I think that's going to be a really cool project for us to be a part of. So we're looking forward to it.
That's so cool. If there's anything you guys can think that we can help out with that, please
Yeah,
let us
I'll let you
know for
Yeah.
sure.
For sure. It's gonna we're trying to hit all the pieces that are necessities first.
Oh yeah.
And then once we've got those, then we're gonna see where we can just kind of add to that project.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, we've got some really cool partners with it too. So we're excited. We'll have more on that as we progress.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. So I mean, I haven't been monitoring the chat. Have there been a few questions that come in, guys?
Not that I've seen. We've been pretty. Brandon's been pretty on it, and so is Paul on answering them in the
Hopefully
chat.
we didn't put them to sleep.
I know.
Oh man,
We've actually seen the view count go up, so that was good.
That's
Normally,
good.
when I start talking, it goes down. So that says something, right? Oh wait, we just lost. No, we gained one.
no. One of the questions that we did get on Instagram. So we sent out a poll earlier today on what people want to know about Calvary, about you guys, about just Overland in general, about the current state of the world, any of that stuff. And one of the main questions that we got was what's the favorite place that we've been. And you guys already answered that with New Mexico, I think. And New Mexico is a great spot. Jacob and I went there for a heartbeat of a second, and it was a very entertaining trip. Passed through New Mexico with his truck breaking down and continuing to break down.
Man, you didn't have to put that in there, man. We both drive Fords, man. We're already hated in this space. Like, come on, man.
Bound on the road.
That's true.
You see what you did? This is your fault.
Just,
Yeah.
we'll pray for your
Don't
truck.
say that.
No?
Broken down twice.
Oh yeah.
In the Toyota,
Which Toyota?
he was talking on Jeeps earlier, but I heard that your first vehicle was a Jeep.
It was.
So I was
So
like-
It,
that's
it
why
wasn't the Jeep though.
Hey, interesting.
Well, my first vehicle wasn't. What was your first vehicle, Jacob?
90. All right. Don't judge me because I know I'm going to get some judgments
Okay.
here. 96 Honda Accord stick shift.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
How-
that was the one.
How did that
Two-door,
how,
four-door?
4-door.
how did
That
that
was
trunk
four-door.
work,
Okay.
Jacob?
I rocked that thing until I legit couldn't get it registered anymore, and it smelled like somebody had died in it.
Oh,
So
man.
Okay. All right. What
Yep.
about you, Shannon?
So I started off with a 1978 Plymouth Volare. That's a Volare with a V, not a Ferrari,
Yeah.
but a Volare. So if you can think of like Starsky and Hutch,
Yeah.
undercover police car, that's
Yeah.
what it was because it actually was a former police car.
Oh wow.
You can
Okay.
in the sunlight. It belonged to the University of Missouri, and you can still see like University Police in the light where the stickers used to be.
Yeah.
I bet that was a hot
that-
topic to talk
That
about.
was a
with the-
beautiful
the-
car.
the
It was
little young
fast, but
ladies.
yeah, it was
That's
not-
one of those ones that has a trunk so big you can fit like 3 grown people inside
Yes.
of it, right? Yes.
Wait, what do you
How
know
do you
about
know
a
this?
trunk with
Well,
three?
I had a
No, I'm just kidding.
77 Marvel at one
Okay.
point, and it was a 2-door coupe. It had a trunk that was massive. Like you could fill it with water and take a bath right there. So,
You can drop a 4-wheel camper on that thing.
yeah,
huh?
Right.
for sure.
There you go.
All right. What
Libby?
about you, Jonathan? What was your first vehicle?
My first vehicle that I drove for more than like 4 months was a 98 Mazda 626. So it was a little 4-door sedan.
Yeah.
And I drove it to college for 1 year before it died. And I had to keep my so when I came up to the stoplight, I had to keep my foot kind of feathering the gas pedal so the engine wouldn't die. And after it, I sold it for like $250 to the We Buy Junk Cars place. So
Nice.
Well, if they bought it, at least it was worth something, right?
yeah, $250.
All right, Brandon, you're up.
Yeah, so my dad passed down his I think it was a 99 4Runner until it got in like
Oh, look
it
at
was,
Look at this guy here.
Yeah.
Just started off. in
Just I'm a
Overlanding.
born
Come on.
overlander.
Yeah.
It was I wasn't
Oh,
born.
dude.
Man, this
Hope
is
your
my
Honda gets you
calling,
on the
guys.
Was
Um,
that
and
4Runner? Was it 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive. I'm pretty
And
sure.
then you
it's
went
four-door.
to a two-wheel drive Tundra.
Oh,
No, I
see,
went to a
that was
two-wheel
your child.
drive Scion TC. That was my first official bought
Nice.
vehicle. Was a Scion TC.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, and then I have a lead foot, so I got to get back into a truck, and then I got a Ford F-150.
What about you, babe?
I don't remember the year, but I'm pretty sure it was a Mazda 626.
Oh wow.
And then I got
Hey yo.
Oh,
2000, I think.
Dang.
So it was like probably 95, 96.
let's go.
So mine was a 1989. Was it 89? I think it was 89 Dodge Colt. It was a little two-door hatchback, little jelly bean looking thing. It was red.
Let's go.
It was
I
a
like
stick
it.
shift.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
but yeah, that was my first. Now, my most memorable vehicle was that 77 Bonneville I had, just because it had that crushed orange velvety interior,
Oh,
had an
come
8-track player in the dash.
It's just out here flossing on
I know.
everybody.
I mean, had the big side doors that weighed like 800 pounds a piece.
Ryan is rolling dazed and confused.
Yeah, I was. So it's funny because it has an 8-track player in the dash that still worked. So I went to Goodwill and bought some 8-tracks,
Heck
and they only
yes.
had 2 of them. I don't remember what the second one was, but the first one was Oak Ridge Boys with Elvira on it. So we'd be running around town jamming out to some Oak Ridge Boys on the 8-track.
yes.
Yeah. And I'm not that old that 8-track was a thing, right?
Wow.
So I just want to make that clear. I mean, I'm old, but
What's going on in the chat? Yeah,
Looks like we have a-
somebody's posting something as we speak.
We got 78 Ford Granadas with Paul, and then looks
Oh,
like Kenneth was driving a 79 Mustang.
oh,
Andrew had an 83 S10 Blazer.
Ooh, I had an S10.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
94 Ford F-150. Then,
64 Corvair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's bomb. That's the first. Yeah. So that that was that an
82 Chevy
Chevette.
Chevette. Not a
And a
Corvette.
93 Pathfinder.
93 Pathfinder, 84 Maxima.
Yeah, they're rolling in now.
Oh yeah, they're all coming
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Now it's all
Yeah.
yeah.
coming off the
Well,
top.
that's
Faster I
cool.
can
I
read
always
it.
enjoy hearing like first vehicle and favorite.
Origins.
Right. Yeah.
So my favorite.
You
I
gonna
really
go
like.
for the Hummer?
I was gonna say I like. So before I had the F-150, I had a 2008 H3 Hummer,
Oh wow.
and I had bought it coming off the 96 Honda Accord.
That's a big difference. right there.
Oh,
Gas mileage difference.
oh,
Much?
yeah, gas mileage, everything different.
Yeah.
It looked mean. I'll post it on social media or something. It looked really, really cool.
You sound like you have a lead foot too.
I drive. No, well, not as bad as you. All right. We won't talk about how fast we were going on the adventures, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing was probably one of my favorites, but I had to get rid of it. It had the inline 5.
The H3.
The H3.
Oh,
H3.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
And so it took me 45 minutes to get to the on-ramp. From the on-ramp to the freeway. And I'm like, I can't do this. Gotta go.
It's too bad.
Gotta
Yeah.
go.
Need more power.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Give me more juice.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's probably
Cool.
one of my favorite.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I wish I still had that thing because it'd be fun to take out on some trails now. But anyways.
And there's always Craigslist, buddy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. I think I may still have the guy that sold it
Buy
to.
it back.
Yeah. So I wonder if they give me any take backs. Well, we've got a few things that we probably want to cover off on just as a heads up for those who are out in the community. We do have the community event, so that's one of the things that we're really trying to do this year is really outside of our meetups and the other things that we try to pull together is to really host a community event that gets people from the overlanding space in a circle, maybe doing something that's not necessarily quote unquote overlanding, right? And so we've got the attack rifle class that nobody here is teaching. We're just hosting it out at Strategic Weapons Academy of Texas on March 18th. I think we maybe have 3 or 4 spots left. Yeah. And then once they're gone, they're gone. We've got to cap the class from a safety perspective. But
Where is that at?
it's gonna be out in Ennis.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a private range out in Ennis. I've personally have trained out there 10 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So the place has been around for a while.
Yeah. The guy out there, he's a current lieutenant for the SRT team out there for Ellis County. He's been doing this for a year. He's still doing this. So this is kind of his retirement business here.
Nice.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So it'd be really cool to see all the overlanding rigs out there for a rifle class. So that's gonna be a nice opportunity for us to just kind of connect. And we'll be providing some lunch for them, cooking up. I think Shannon's. Are you cooking this one? I know
Yeah,
you
think
wanted to do.
Yeah, we go back and forth. So we'll see if those other 4 people show up or not.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide what we're cooking.
Yeah.
So sign up. It could be something good.
We'll got your lunch though. We got your lunch. So we've got that coming up March 18th. We've got our adventure going March 30th through April 2nd. That thing's already sold out. Super excited to run that out. And then we've got a busy April too. Like we've got the next event. We've got the rally here on the 11th. Which I was looking.
April or
That's March.
March 11th.
March 11th.
March
You're talking-
11th.
Yeah,
Did I say?
2 different months? there,
Did I
buddy.
say April?
You said April.
I'm
That's
sorry.
that's how busy it is. We're mixing those 2 months
Yeah,
up.
my bad, y'all. March 11th. March 11th is when we are here. This is where it's going to be fun. So,
Cool.
yeah. So, you got anything else, Jonathan?
No, man. Before we go on to the next topic, we do have a question for Ryan and Libby in the comments from Rolando. He said, if I would to ask Ryan and Libby, if you would start from scratch doing overlanding, what rig and mods would you do with the knowledge you have now?
That's a tough one.
Ooh.
So I think a lot of it depends on the type of travel you plan on doing, right? So there is no cookie cutter answer, it really, I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, or am I just doing weekends, or am I doing weekends with some big trips a year, or am I doing lots of big trips, right? Because for me, the farther I go from home base, the more comfortable I want the drive to get where I'm going to be. So hence the RAM, right? We're starting to do farther and farther trips from here. That highway mileage that us Texans tend to have to burn to get to the fun stuff. I want more comfortable there and more livable space in the back, So if I'm just beasting it around, Arkansas and Oklahoma, a Tacoma, a Jeep, a Gladiator, anything like that would be a good starting platform. But for me, as I'm getting older, I want more comfortable living space and fast setup tear down.
Yeah.
So that for us, I mean, like the Tacoma with the canopy camper on it has been a game changer. And we've always been very devout trailer with rooftop tent people. We liked the home base. Like we get out to New Mexico, we set up a home base, and then we go see all the fun stuff from there, right? Well, now it's more like, if I can be torn down in 30 minutes and go stay someplace else, that has some appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't appeal to everybody though. Some people like to do the home base thing. I enjoyed it while we were doing it.
Yeah.
But I think our style of travel has evolved to where the vehicle we would use. So it's very much a loaded question. It's a great question, but it's like, how does Jacob travel? How does Shannon do it? We all do it a little differently. So we all require a different type of vehicle. So,
Right. I feel like it's a question that maybe can be better asked and answered at the rally in March.
there you go.
So
Great segue.
Yeah, you can come see all the options in which you can outfit a rig.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I really enjoy about the events that y'all put on is getting to walk around the parking lot and see all the different types of vehicles that people use. Because sometimes, the cool gear is fun, but the platform they're using to do that is, we all tend to gravitate to kind of the more well-known platforms, but you get to see some really cool, wicked stuff sometimes that, like at one point there's an Xterra that has like a Tundra swap in it. I don't know if I've seen it around here, but I know at one of the events I saw, that's just wicked to me. It was a Tundra. No, it's not Tundra. It's the full-size Titan. Yeah, I think they did a Titan swap on it. So it had a bigger motor and the whole front end was different, but it's like, that's unique. That's cool.
Yeah.
And
I enjoyed talking to those folks.
Yeah, and I think at our last event, so not this February's event, but in January, there was a Porsche Cayenne that was out there.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty
it's
decked
actually
out.
becoming a more popular
Yeah.
platform. It really is.
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
There's some unique, very creative individuals out there in this space.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I agree. That's probably one of my favorite things about the event, with the community aspect. But probably my second favorite is looking at all like walking around a rig and being like, where did you get this idea? Because it is legit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how each person's mind works a little differently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
another-
there's layers to this thing, huh?
There is.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
is.
I
very much.
love all the gear and stuff, but I think I love like when people handcraft stuff even more. You
Mhm.
know,
Yep.
when they start trimming and like the Xterra that Mo Leisure has, they just shred it off the roof, and then now they have a pop up camper. It's like
Yeah.
that's really cool. You've never seen Xterra have that, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
We have a couple more questions that came in. One was, do you like cold weather camping or cold weather overlanding?
I prefer cold weather.
Okay.
So for me,
Maybe shaking her head no. So that camera
she's-
shut off again.
yeah,
so I need
she's-
to go to that camera.
she's not a cold weather person. I'm very much I can put more layers on. I can only take so many off
Yeah.
before the cops get called.
Before it gets
So,
awkward, right?
Yeah. So I very much I would rather be now. I myself don't like to be cold, but I'll take measures to make sure that doesn't happen, whether it's a down sleeping bag or whatever. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind camping in it. It's better than being super hot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to be able to at least sleep at or below 70 degrees.
Oh, for
If
sure.
I can't do that, then I'm out.
Yeah.
And then there's a question for Libby in here. It says, what tips would you give ladies that are trying to get into the community? It can be intimidating to take up some space as someone who doesn't fit the overlanding mold.
Oh, I don't fit the overland mold whatsoever. I mean, I never really camped until Ryan took me to Colorado, and getting me off the ground was a big game changer for me.
Yeah.
Letting me have some kind of creature comforts has helped. And now it's fun. I mean, I can go live in the woods for 7 days with no shower, and it's
You went camping by yourself
I did my
recently,
first
right?
girls trip with two of my friends. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I can't close the canopy camper by myself, but
But that's why you
Yeah,
have the
we
other
had a good
ladies.
time.
Yeah, no, you said something like getting off the ground was helpful. I think
Yeah.
that for my wife, I think that's what really helped as well.
100%.
Elevator off.
100%.
You speaking from experience there, bro? Or what's up?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So on that New Mexico trip, quick story. So I still had a ground tent at the time, and I think my wife might be watching this, so I'll get spanked later. But so I had the ground tent, and my whole intent was for me and my wife was to obviously sleep in that ground tent. Jacob came with his nice bougie setup with the rooftop tent,
Which I
you know,
tried to
all
talk
that
you
stuff.
into, but you were like, "Oh no,
You did, and I was like,
I'm
man,
good.
I'm trying
We're gonna
to,
be fine."
I'm trying to be frugal. I'll just stick with what I got, which is a ground tent. So it's freaking cold. Like there's snow caked on the ground. Like to drive the stakes for the ground tent, I'm having to break through ice, and it is an absolute pain. And so my wife and we see like a few little animal tracks kind of in the snow around the area. And at this point, my wife is terrified. She doesn't know what these tracks are. She's just concerned for safety in general. So because of that, I tell her like, hey, you're going to be a lot more comfortable if you sleep in the truck. It's a little bit warmer. You're away from all this stuff. You kind of give her ease of mind. I was like, I'm still going to sleep in the tent because I'm a man and I'm going to sleep in the tent. Well, I ended up getting like 2 or 3 blankets from Jacob and like a Mylar like survival blanket because it was so freaking cold. And before that night of sleeping, like my wife climbs up into Jacob and his wife's tent, with his wife and the girls and all that kind of stuff. And just to kind of take a look to see what's going on. And all I hear her say, she calls my name. She's like, babe, come here. And I go up there. She's like, we need to get one of these. And I'm like, thanks, bro. I really appreciate that.
Well,
so
did you have like a heater and a TV and like popcorn
No,
going
I
on.
was
not
still,
even
I was
any
still
of
like
that,
fresh
man.
into the game, man.
Okay.
So I had
Yeah,
like
man.
I had the simple stuff. I had a light up there, you know. I had some hand warmers. I had broken open in the queen size sleeping
there
bag.
you go.
Hot
That's it.
hands.
That's
Hot
it.
hands.
Yeah.
It was definitely the getting off the ground piece
Yeah.
that was super important for her, because it's not like bears could climb a truck. They can, but in her mind, they can. So she's safe from bears and safe from mountain lions. So
Another big thing for me was going out with other people who enjoy this. Like we've
Yeah.
met our best friends just doing this, and made great memories, cooked some crazy meals, and doing that was really important.
Yeah, that community, that's where the community drive
Yeah.
piece, like for us, that it's like, man, that life is very much the same way. You get like a good group of folks, and you can
Mhm.
take the adventures of life. Overlanding is exactly the same. Like we
Yeah.
just being able to be around the campfire, the cooking thing. That was a game changer when I got into the overlanding space. I'm used to backpacking, so you're
Yeah.
not bringing a whole
No.
bunch. Yeah, so
Yeah.
So we cook.
Well, yeah, one of our really good friends, he's just one of those creative food brains.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have Nomad Grill,
Yeah.
Nomad Smoker.
yeah.
So I bought him one of those for Christmas 3 years ago. And
Yeah,
I
something like
I
that.
gave it to him. I said, "Look, this gift is more for me than it is
It's
for
for
you,
you, yeah.
because I know what can." I mean, he's done like stuffed whole snapper on there. I mean, we've had chicken wings. I mean, things that you wouldn't traditionally have while you're camping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I mean, just this weekend we went up to that 4R ranch and we had steak and what was it? I told you
Shiitake mushroom wine sauce, something like that.
and
dang.
what polenta. I mean, all it was the Nomad and the Scottle, and food started flying everywhere, and it was delicious. So
Yeah.
I don't complain.
have you guys seen Drew Sims on YouTube? Have you
Name
seen his
sounds
YouTube channel?
familiar.
This guy does the bougiest of bougie freaking meals, man. Like he
Yeah.
has all kinds of
Caviar.
stuff. Dude, like
Oh my
it
God.
is insane. My wife and I will sit there and watch because he's a cinematographer. And so all of his YouTube videos look like it's straight out of a movie. And his cooking that he does is just absolutely incredible. We sit there and we're like, yeah, as if, dude, we're like, my wife, she gets so cold, because we like more cold weather camping. So she's so cold that we're sitting there heating up ramen like on the center console in the truck. And she will cook some meals from time to time, like some quesadillas and some tacos, but nothing like Drew Sims, man. He's got it down pat.
And here I am cracking open a package of hot links sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when I went on that girls trip, we didn't cook a thing. If it couldn't go back in its Tupperware and go back in the fridge, we weren't
Not
making it.
happening?
Yeah, not happening.
Hey, so Libby, real quick, somebody's asking if you guys are open in person or online only, and if so, what are your hours?
So we are open in person at the store from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 10 to 4.
Perfect.
And online all the time,
Online all the time.
24/7.
24/7.
Excellent.
Right on. Right on. Well, I just looked at the time, man. We've been rocking
we've
this
been-
thing for an hour and 14 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That is
One of the longest.
yeah, for sure.
Do we have any other questions? Anything?
Yeah, you guys, y'all have any more questions for Ryan and Libby while I think we work through some of these last few points here? Jonathan, do you have anything you want to cover off on?
Yeah, we'll go pretty quick through this stuff. So, as you guys saw, those who came out to the event this past February, we have released some Calvary merch. Shannon has done an amazing job at designing and launching this stuff. Jacob is actually wearing one of the shirts. Jacob, if you want to stand up and show the camera,
See if I can.
see if you can
Go
switch
there.
it up.
There you go.
Yeah,
Which way is this?
The microphone's in the way.
Calvary Overland. We'll have to get some pictures out
No,
there.
we wanted to
and-
see the shirt, not your muscles.
That's right.
Relax.
But
Or one
if you
missing.
guys are interested, we have multiple colors available. I know all we had at the event was a sand color that Jacob is wearing, but there's a handful of different other colors. You can go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Let me see if I can pull it up here. shopoverlandapparel.com and just scroll on the tab to find Calvary Overland. You can look through our t-shirts. Like I said, there's a few different colors, and we have some hoodies as well with the same design and a few other different colors. So,
And we'll have hats out this week as well. They just came in. So
I wasn't even going to mention that. I was going to let that be a surprise, but
well,
there you go.
Also, while we're on the topics of shirts, which we're doing a giveaway tonight again for the shirt, right? We've got the Calvary Overland community shirt that has CB Adventure and our title sponsors rocking on that.
Yeah,
thing,
that's what Shannon's got.
Shannon's wearing right now. Ryan, we gave Libby yours already, so you and Libby should already have yours.
I have not seen that yet, so I'll make sure to go look for it and make sure it makes it where it belongs.
It's in this thing. I said this place is massive, so it's probably around here somewhere.
Hey, Shannon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, can someone get a hot pink T-shirt or a pink T-shirt?
Yeah, if it's available. So there's limited colors available out there. I don't know if hot pink
is one
of them, but yeah, take a look. If it's available in the inventory,
yeah,
we can have it printed on that color shirt.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's coming from Chelsea. So
yeah, so with at Shop Overland Apparel, we've partnered with them because they have a lot of quantity of different styles of merchandise available, and I think Lady Owned Toyotas is one of their big brands.
Mm-hmm.
And so they provide a lot of stuff for the ladies in that aspect. So we should be able to get our hands on a pink shirt that we can print our stuff on, if that's something that Chelsea's interested in.
Yeah, and Chelsea being Chelsea, we can find a way to get it done. So, yeah. All right. Couple last things is volunteer applications. So if you guys are interested in volunteering for our events, for anything that we're putting on, we're always looking for awesome people. So you can go to our website, calvaryoverland.com, and you can go to the volunteer tab. I think, Jacob, right? Is that right?
The About Us, and on the About Us, yeah, there's a volunteer application button.
Yeah. calvaryoverland.com, and you can submit an application to be a volunteer. We're also, with that being said, we're also looking to expand our leadership team just a little bit. We're looking for a few different roles. Jacob, you want to touch base on those?
Yeah, there's so much more we want to do for the community, but this is not our full-time gigs, and so we're kind of working in the excess here with everything, and it's quite a bit. So yeah, if you have any talents or hobbies in the videography,
so if I'm really good at juggling, can I submit a application for a leadership team?
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But yeah, videographer, cinematographer, that would be we've got a need there. We've got a need from an admin perspective. We try as best as we can to stay organized, but again, just trying to get some of the stuff and all the meetings and a lot of the coordination that it takes to pull the events month after month. We've got that position, and then we have a web designer. Again, all of this is the team just kind of wears multiple hats to try and make this happen. And I know y'all.
I was gonna say, I think I wear all the hats you just mentioned.
Right.
Maybe I need to throw
Ryan,
out some volunteer
we've got
positions.
an internship if you. But yeah, we're looking for some folks who are really just, again, want to dive into the community, invest in the community a little bit more. There's a lot of work, and many hands make light work. So those are the positions.
That's right. We're all judging Jonathan. Love it, Paul. I appreciate that.
I think he said juggling, Jonathan.
Oh, we're all juggling. I thought he said judging.
Well, now I'm judging.
Now we are.
Now you're judging. All right.
Chelsea does say volunteering is a blast. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So there's that.
Yeah, and our volunteers are rock stars,
Yeah,
man.
awesome.
There's no way we do the events. I know we say this
Nah.
every single time, but we say that because it's absolutely true. There's no way we're able to make those events happen without the folks who are coming out and volunteering. So
100%. And what's also cool, and Brandon mentioned this to me the other. We have our own kind of group chat for the volunteers. We had an event this past December called Jingle on the Trail, and that event was brought to light by Chelsea herself. So she kind of brought up the idea of it, and we just kind of helped kind of organize it along with her, and it came to fruition, and it was a pretty awesome event. So yeah, volunteering's a blast. We love all of our volunteers. The very last thing, Jacob touched on it just a little bit, is subscribing to the newsletter on our website. Again, it's calvaryoverland.com. Subscribing to the newsletter, you do not get spammed constantly with a bunch of nonsense. On the contrary, you are maybe we send out one or two a month, if that.
Yeah, max.
Well, I'd say once a month.
One's pretty regular,
requires a
two's
lot of-
max.
yeah, there's work into that. So.
Yeah. So with these new newsletters, you guys get early access to all of our events. You get dibs on early registration. So that means when our adventures drop, those usually drops on the newsletters before the general public is notified on that on social media. So you get to grab one of those spots before they're sold out and have to be caught up on that wait list. Along with our merch as well, just kind of all around early access to new information and registration. So
yeah, and we try to highlight. We'll be bringing highlights like from awesome companies like CB Adventure Supply. So when you guys are ready to get some product out that we know that is well tested by y'all and want to get that highlighted, we'd love to highlight that as well. So you don't want to miss that for sure.
Yeah, we did have a question from Sean Tyler in the chat asking if we have any plans to move further south to Waco, Austin.
As of right now, it's not in the pocketbook, but I mean, we're open to growing and reaching the community everywhere. So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities.
Maybe that's 2024.
Yeah, maybe
Calvary
24.
goes on the
Or
road.
maybe the Calvary Overland Roadshow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh, look at that.
It's like antique roadshow. Everybody can show up. Jacob can
Appraise. Jacob will
their
appraise.
wares. Yeah.
We have some lightly used toe shackles. What do these go for? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nobody wants to see that.
What I want to see is a first edition CB Adventure patch. That's what I want to see on the Calvary Overland Roadshow.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna be picking one of those up.
Patches
There's-
Floating out there?
around. Yeah. So when did we do the logo redesign? Do you remember?
September 21.
21. So we changed the logo. So there's a few handful of shirts and patches and stickers floating around with our old design on it. Yeah.
hey, if anybody in the community and watching right now or in the future has one of those patches, y'all,
You
Like
know what's funny?
This big.
Yeah, they're massive.
big.
But when
They're awesome.
we did the changeover, I realized I didn't have one.
yeah.
Oh, you didn't have one of the originals?
No, I didn't. So one of our customers gave us one. We acquired one.
Yeah, we
somewhere.
acquired one.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, I didn't realize that on my massive patch collection in the Tacoma, I didn't have one. So,
Well, it's because you've been giving them out.
yeah, we'd see somebody somewhere and I'd just rip it off and hand it out, and so I'd constantly turning over my own patches.
Let's go, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So
well,
Ryan,
while we're getting ready, I guess there's a few more questions.
Oh, no, Matt says he has a patch and two OG hoodies.
Okay,
oh, is that
Ooh.
Matt Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matt.
Matt.
Matt's
So,
been around since
Matt's been
the
around for a
beginning.
while. I actually installed a 10 on his GX 470 in the driveway at our house. It was before we had a shop.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Dang.
So Matt's
Nice.
been with us for a long
some
time.
history
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Matt, do us a favor. Take a picture of your patch and OG hoodies. Tag us in it on social media. We want to see what they look like. and we
Tag
wanna repost
CB.
them.
Yeah, I want to see what that thing looks like.
What's the
Depending on the size too, I might
Yeah,
offer
what do you want,
you
have, like, a
some money for
Oh, I
that.
have
Some toe shackles.
If you have toe shackles,
If you have
tag
some lightly used toe
those-
shackles.
tag Jonathan in those.
Are those like
Yeah.
Chinese finger cuffs? Toe shackles?
Jonathan, would you like to describe
What a toe shackle is?
Dude, when that came out of my mouth, I was hoping that you wouldn't
No,
have
we
said
picked
it.
up
We
on
would
it.
skip right over it. Now, no, we're judging now.
Wait a
So.
minute, this is not-
Yeah. Well, we're not going to talk about it. My love of toe shackles. Okay.
Well, hey, we're getting ready to rock off with this giveaway. Kind of one of the things. Oh, go ahead.
No, so I had a question on the giveaway, Jonathan. I saw some people putting hashtag Calvary Space Overland. Does it need to be all one word?
It needs to be all one word.
So if you were one of the people that I saw earlier that separated it, make sure you do the hashtag Calvary Overland, all one word.
What do they
Yes.
win?
They're
One of these
winning
shirts
one
right
of the. Yep.
One of the sponsor shirts.
Oh.
We'll throw in one of
Yeah,
our
we'll
shirts.
throw in one
Oh,
of our shirts too.
two shirts?
Oh, heck yeah.
Shirt.
Dang,
Come
that's
on.
nice.
We're stepping
2
this
for 1.
live.
Yeah, it's stepping up our game.
Do we want to do
encourage people to
two
jump in
two
there.
separate drawings or one drawing, 2
Do
shirts?
one and done.
Yeah, do one.
One
Yeah,
and
just
done.
do
So
one
one
and
winner, 2
done.
shirts. I like
All
that.
right. Well,
So
I'm
while
gonna go
we're
ahead and
while we're doing that, and then Jonathan, how do you again? What do you have to do to qualify for to get on the
So-
giveaway?
so to enter into the giveaway, you have to comment hashtag Calvary Overland in the chat, and you'll be entered in.
Does it
And
matter which platform they're on, if they're Facebook, Instagram?
no, it does
Facebook?
not matter. Just in this kind of topic here, or in this topic conversation, we've gotten 3 additional ones. So
Hey,
thank
Jacob,
you.
make sure you do hashtag before it too. Hashtag Calvary Overland. No spaces.
Yep.
Cool. So as those hashtags are coming into space, just kind of want to do some wise words as a sign off. Kind of putting you on the spot here.
Wise word.
You're
Yes.
full of wise words.
What is just a little piece of wisdom, a little nugget you drop off for the folks here on the live?
I don't know. You just threw me right in the headlights, man.
I'll pull that off. I'll pull that off, and then I will circle back. Jonathan, what's your
God dang, bro. Come on. No, you go
shackles.
first.
tell me what wisdom you have around the toe shackles?
Relax, dude. I don't have any wisdom at the moment. In fact, I'm trying to Google something that might be worthwhile.
No,
Okay?
so all right, I got it. So my words of wisdom are that whether you're currently enjoying vehicular based travel, overlanding, car camping, whatever you want to call it, and you're starting to figure out your kit, what you want to carry, and I use these words with our customers all the time, is that you want to start with 2 lists, a list of needs and a list of wants. The needs need to go first, right? And that's I need a place to sleep. I need a way to carry food. I need a way to cook food, right? I need a way to carry water. So those are the needs. If those needs are checked, you don't really need anything else, right? I can sell you all the fun stuff, but you don't need anything, because we see that from time to time. It's like, well, what do I need to do this? Well, really just you could take an air mattress and a sleeping bag and sleep in the back of your truck. Yeah, that you don't need all this stuff. So my words of wisdom would be that, as you kind of progress through it, you're going to have 2 columns, needs and wants, and you'll eventually, as you do it long enough, and more frequently, you'll find that some of those wants turn into needs. And then the list of needs will also evolve and change. So that's kind of my words to think on, is, don't necessarily think that just because we all enjoy the gear, it's a big piece of this. I don't need all of this to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
Right. I need gas for my tank, a place to sleep, way to carry and cook food, and some fresh water to drink. That's what I need. Well, and I need whiskey. So that's in my need column, right?
Yes.
It's not a want. It's a need.
It's
a
a need.
necessity, So that's my words of wisdom.
Super practical. Super practical.
I
And
think I have mine.
Yes.
Oh, you have?
I have words of wisdom.
Oh,
Love it.
Come on, Libby. What you got?
So I guess by nature, I'm a very nervous person. I was nervous being on here tonight, but getting out there, getting me out of my comfort zone has
skinny branches.
skinny branches. Yes. Getting me on my skinny branches has really, helped me flourish and be able to go out and finally go out with some friends and without him and, run my own business.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Just getting out there and doing it.
And
Even if you're nervous.
Can I say you killed this thing? Like it's kind of natural for you, is what you were nervous coming into it, but this was easy.
See, told you.
Oh, I'm still nervous.
Oh, wait. She's a pro over here. I tell you what, couldn't tell.
Well, you were killing the booth at Rendezvous too. Anyone came up, you were rocking
that's
it.
Natural.
That's natural.
That's not nerve wracking.
No, she comes from the restaurant industry.
Oh yeah, I can.
So she loves to be in the weeds. All the people around her, all the things going on. She enjoys that. She thrives there. That's where she excels.
So Paul
Thanks.
said that factory steps are not rock rails, no matter how much you wish they were. Those are his words of wisdom.
I would
man.
agree there.
I think you
It
need to
sounds
say
like
that.
there's a story.
There's a
somewhere.
story there.
There's a
story
That's
there.
another YouTube live. That's not an hour and a half long.
I'll save that one for the next one.
Yeah, that needs to be said a little bit louder for the people in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Or the people driving
in the front.
Yeah, there were some shots about to be fired.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
you put that back in the holster.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I feel attacked. Same. I guess mine would be life's full of contrasts, right? So like, you know, the dark has, you know, on the opposite side of that, there's light. You don't appreciate the light without the dark. You don't appreciate the hilltops without the valleys. Like, and so whatever season you are currently walking through, whether that be in a valley or that be on a mountaintop, just know that without the contrast there, you just don't there's no way you could possibly appreciate those high points. So if you're in a valley, keep pushing, put one foot in front of the other. Know that there's a creator there that loves you and cares about you. So just put one foot in front of the other. If you're on the mountaintop, enjoy that mountaintop, because I can guarantee you that you've come from a valley, right? So enjoy the contrast of life.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna feed off of you. Like, as we navigate this life, man, like knowing what to do is wisdom, and then virtue is doing that. You know, a lot of the times I find myself personally knowing what I should be doing and then doing something else, and I'm like, oh, what happened? You know, so I think wisdom is knowing what to do, and virtue is doing it. So that's my words of wisdom.
All right, my turn.
What you got about toe shackles?
Toe shackles.
toe shackles. Man, I heard this quote. Well, I can't remember who said it, but they said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So it's all about mindset. If you think you could do it, you can. Unless you have stock running boards, then don't do it.
you can't.
Then you can't. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, there's one I always come back to. It is a Bible verse, but it says, but as for you, be strong and do not give up, because your work will be rewarded.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah, we have the community hop in there with a few words of wisdom: maintenance before fun, mods.
Yeah, don't like that one.
Logan coming in with
Boo.
100% practicality here.
So as we were talking through those, I had some ancient words of wisdom pop into my head
Oh,
from Master Yoda.
do you have theme music that we can play right now?
It's way over there.
It's way over there.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Do or do not. There is
No,
no try.
there's no better words.
Yes,
Don't try to do it. Just do it.
Just do
that's
it.
right.
Yeah,
And
love it.
found out today that you are a doer.
Mhm.
You are a doer.
Just do it.
That's right, man.
All right.
All right, Jonathan.
Let's get this show on the road. This is what we got 30 people online waiting for. See if I can get this.
Sorry, viewers.
Yeah.
Do they have to be on to win, or
Yes.
oh,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
okay.
you got to make them stay on.
Yeah.
Give them a little
Have
something.
to make it to the end.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
All right.
As you're going through that, I just want to say, Ryan, Libby, thank you again for spending an hour and 33 minutes and 42 seconds currently. Just opening the book.
It's all good. We enjoy it.
Thank you for hopping on the live. Thank you for what you do for the community, and y'all are awesome. It's been very humbling, and it's certainly been a pleasure of mine to be able to sit here and have a conversation with y'all.
Wait, we got
All
29
right.
people online and only 25 entries.
Looks like we got only 25 entries, but 29 people online. I'll
Somebody's
give
not
them
going to win.
a quick 5-second countdown before we get this thing going.
Jacob's not going to halt this.
Five.
Oh yeah, we're online. Does it count us being online?
Four.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1. 25 is it.
Run it.
And
Boom.
draw.
Go. Who's it going to be? I like how it slows down and makes you think. It's in this.
Kenneth Jones.
Jones. Hey,
But
man.
is Kenneth still online though? That's
Is
the
Ken?
thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Kenneth, you have to make a comment right now.
You do
if
have
you're
to
still online.
comment your Instagram
Burn it.
profile if you have one,
Burn
or we got to burn it.
Ken's been rocking out. I think he was
Yeah,
at
I
the.
saw some comments.
Yeah,
so.
Ken. He's been out these last few.
Oh,
last few
Kenneth is
events.
there.
Yeah, he's kind of a
All
new,
right.
new Calvary guy. So
Have him comment with his shirt size, so that way, or
Send us a
Send us
Yeah.
his Instagram
that
if
way
he's got
we
it.
can
So we
sure
can
have a
connect.
good
Yeah.
size for him.
Can send us your Instagram real quick if you got one, so I can write down and we'll message you on it.
Kenneth was
message
out
us
at
on
the. Yeah, Yeah, sweet. I thought he was out at the rainy rally we did at
He was.
Outback too.
He was. Yeah. He was one of the few.
Yeah,
From the
thunderstorms.
mighty.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we're not gonna drag this thing on anymore. Thank you all for tuning in today,
Yeah,
man.
thank you guys for coming
Yeah,
out and
thank you.
setting up all this and hanging out and seeing the store. And we're excited. March 11th.
March 11th. Yes.
11th,
March
man.
11th. Do not miss this event. Again, you're gonna have the run of the meal, which you normally get at a rally, but it's on steroids because this place is legit out here. So March
Yep.
11th, 9 a.m. till when are y'all shutting it down?
So we're open
We're
on
open till 4.
Saturdays
So
till 4.
till 4.
We'll be here till 4 on Saturday.
All right. So yeah, y'all come on out. We'd love to see y'all there. Come find your community,
Agreed.
All right.
Do it.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank
Outro.
you.
Roll
Yep,
it.
appreciate it.
See you guys.
Later.
Peace.